Stadium, Baton Rouge. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Auburn Tigers and the LSU Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go, but he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking to pass. It's Levin. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. It's Green. All kinds of room to the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
What a way to start this game offensively. You find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The run inside. It's Cobb. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You're the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer. Getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions?
Makes the grab in their space. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Unloads quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Running inside. It's Cobb. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Brown wants to pass. That's caught. It's Cobb. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Looking for room. It's Cobb. Here's a little. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if turning it on. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
In the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
On first down, it's Durham again. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years. The foundation, running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's Levin. With the catch, it's Brown. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll pull it down. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the option. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown will throw it. Got the quick pass. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
The run inside. It's caught. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here as we get a look at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got a man, it's Singleton. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag, you get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think on offense.
Hold on a minute, the offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game, and we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt, but this offense would like him.
There he goes! They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Motion from the wide receiver. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So here comes the Auburn offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think...
Brings it in down the left side. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Well, I know that's not exactly how the offensive coordinator drew that one up, guys, but how about Johnny on the spot doing a great job concentrating? The ball gets deflected, but he's somehow able to reel that thing in, come up with a big play for his offense.
Off the play fake on 1st down. He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
What's a nice positive play on the bootleg going to the right there, and a really good decision that time by the quarterback too, because he's supposed to throw that down the field, but as soon as he turned around, he saw that there was just open space, green grass. Put your foot in the ground, use your athletic ability, and go get positive yards.
On the run, it's Cobb. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Starts to scramble to the left. Smashes through the tackle. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with his feet.
Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Push ahead on the sneak. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. They'll run it with Bryson Washington. And he's in! Touchdown, Auburn!
Make no mistake about it. Bring in the beef, right? Bring in all the extra offensive linemen, the tight end. You know what we're going to do. We're going to line up, and we are going to smash 4th and goal situation. They are successful playing a little bully ball with the big boys up front.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's taking the shot and trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the out.
And now the hit knocks it loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
I love celebrating that 3rd down stop, forcing the punt team on the field, but there's nothing worse than when your punt team coughs the ball up and you give it right back to them, and now I got to come right back on the field. Man, it's demoralizing.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Completes it in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires left. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Brown wants to pass. Going for it all. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Going deep. Got it down the field.
I love that play call. Quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
The Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Wants to fire on second down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Brown will throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's going to take off. Crosses to 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We begin with Arizona State taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Here comes the heat. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Tigers! The defense putting points on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field.
Pulls it in on the right. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Tigers. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you You get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Brown wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
Motion from the back. Looking for the end zone. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he made the extra point without problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. That lead is now 10, down to a 2-possession game, and it's on this offense to try to stretch it back out. The sure hands, it's Green, and he's still running after the move. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that one.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Rushes on him. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. They just keep firing. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
You came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
And the Tigers are rolling down the field. The give to Caden Durham. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Caden Durham again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
It's 3rd and 5. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Finds his man. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looked.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running inside, it's Cobb. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
There's some room. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there.
Snags it and he's open. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Brown will throw it. Under fire. Complete to the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's Durham one more time. Jumped on top of the pile.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Levin. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, this is a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
They booted away. Oh, right through his fingers. He muffed it. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Finds his man. It's Johnson. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The Tigers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Maybe a crease. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Brown wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
it doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Might as well stick with him. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Looking for a man. It's Blevin. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Durham. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Auburn calls it 2nd of 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Caden Durham again. And he'll be brought down. Now the Tigers will use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride.
And that's exactly what they were looking for on this play. They draw up the wheel route. They get the matchup they want. Watch the running back come right off of it, start to wheel out to the flats. Great throw, and that dude just starts to turn the afterburners on. Big passing play for this offense.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. you're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road there.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody. so glad you could join us from the farm, Stanford Stadium in Palo Alto. Today, a Golden State clash as two teams from the state of California try to claim some bragging rights. It's the UCLA Bruins and the Stanford Cardinals. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, it is a wild scene here down on the field. The home coach has told me pregame he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Guys?
All right, Holly. The Bruins will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Got it. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
The run inside. It's Ford. Tackled there by the defense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking for a gap. It's Knight. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Here's Iamaleava to throw. Pulls it in. It's Matthews. Tackled at the 45 after a 5-yard pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Running inside. It's Knight. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Rides to the back.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava plucks it out of the air. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And the Bruins are flying down the field. Iamaleava finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Gonna run it. It's Knight. Got a little grass. Stop is made at the 22, a 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know what people forget? Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways. Just think about how good of an athlete you have to be to do that. But the tradition, the uniforms, the Rose Bowl, everything about...
Caught, and he's got room. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, UCLA! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes it past the marker. At the 45 on its way. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Got it behind the line. It's Black. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. He wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And sometimes as a quarterback, man, you're sitting on that sideline and you watch the other guy go out and just deal, right? And put together a drive, score a touchdown, and you want to come out and you want to answer and you want to be aggressive. And sometimes you take shots, sometimes you force things. So I would recommend to him, just stay within the offense, take what the defense gives you, don't be too aggressive.
Well, that last missed field goal is essentially a microcosm of the year it's been for this football team. Things just not going the right way on offense, on defense, and on special teams. Guys, it's just been that kind of year.
Got room to work. Could be an alley. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Throwing, Iamaleava. Makes a catch. Open space at the 25. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
You know it's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little bitty catches into big plays.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and goal. Run in the red zone, it's Knight. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's 4. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far.
14, Stanford, 0.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll go right back to him. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on 4th down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Knight. Finds a crease at the 20. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Bruins! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, they weren't throwing to the sticks on that 3rd down. They hit the drag route, and they get a nice gain, but that now sets up 4th down with more yards to go, and it's decision time. I think moving forward on 3rd downs, you got to start thinking about routes down the field.
Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Bruins moving the chains on the ground, and they've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Play action. Iamaleava. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And the Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Iamaleava. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cardinal. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And, man, how awesome is that for the big fella? And he wasn't going to just fall on that loose fumble. He decided to scoop it and score, and David shows off the athleticism.
I mean, we were born to do more. We just grew out of the running back body, but we were really all running backs at heart. It's just hard when you got to go that far because you're running out of oxygen. You could tell the gas tank was low, but the big fella getting the touchdown.
The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. On the ground, it's Knight. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Imaliava. Got a man, it's Matthews. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
Easy. 222, whiplash. 222, whip. Here we go.
The run inside. It's Knight. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Imaliava to throw. Makes the catch. It's Matthews. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
I love the QB here. He holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
To the air, it's Imaliava. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Black 14.
Imaliava. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Imaliava makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. 4th down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the 4th down.
Nico Imaliava throwing again. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Bruins, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Throwing, Imaliava. Got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Finds us back in the middle. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. 3rd down in the gun, Iamaleava. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Running inside. It's Ford. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We begin with Arizona State taking on the number 1 team, the Oregon Ducks. And it's the Ducks in need of a miracle right now. They haven't really been competitive today, and that's stunning considering this team is the number 1 team in the country. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Nico Iamaleava buying some time as he moves left. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. Iamaleava quickly to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The lone back's got it. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Imaliava on the play action. Now sliding to his left. Quickly out to the tight end. Strong, firm tackle.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quick release on the RPO. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Bruins go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Throwing, Imaliava. Here's the pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the 3rd sack of the game for this unit.
Imaliava from the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pressure going right. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Absolute shank. Missed it. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead. Still a 17-point cushion.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The run inside. It's Ford. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Grab behind the line. It's Black. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Making side adjustments here. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got the back over the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
To the air on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Takes the handoff. It's Knight. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's Iamaleava to throw. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Saying in the gun on third down. He's got him. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. Third down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees it. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the fourth down.
The officials stop play here as they check on the injured Cardinal player. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. The give to the back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. So we open the final period with a third down play. Here's the handoff. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They're going to ride this running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Looking for space. It's Knight. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50. And on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, UCLA! And the pummeling has started. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And the point after is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Ford. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it to the back. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle. Rally to make a tackle and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Cardinal will have to boot it away.
On to kick it away.
No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. Didn't even reach double digits on the scoreboard last week. They were challenged, and so far, much improved in this one. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Hard running there. He's going to lose yardage on the play. Steps out of bounds, and we're right at the 2-minute timeout. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34.
30. Booster. Go!
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Got room on the return.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.